Yeah, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Ouch.
We're back. All right.
It's kind of weird doing it on the bed, but with your leg like that, we have no choice.
Yeah, so if you are just tuning in to this show, this is the 64th episode. So there's a lot of explanation for why we are now in our bedroom. So welcome to our bedroom, by the way. Unfortunately, I have to be here because of an injury. But nonetheless, we're here. Let's go.
You're a good spirit.
I'm here. I'm back. Except I can't walk or play tennis for like 6 weeks.
There goes your Sharapova score getting better.
I'm going to come back, like someone said, like one of the big three, but stronger.
Yeah, you will.
Let's go. All right, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. It is Thursday, August the 16th, 2018, and we are here for show number 64. I don't have a wind element, so I don't think I have to go around and check the phone as much.
I'll go check it. You can't be getting up.
Yeah,
you cannot be.
So this is a good thing. So show number 1 in the bedroom. All right. Anyway, let's do it. As always, I like to start with a thank you to all of you for watching. Again, if it's not for you guys, then we don't do this at all, except in the kitchen or going up and down the stairs or wherever in the car. Well, we wouldn't have fun sharing it with you. So thank all of you. I always like to do, you always provide great topics, great debates, great conversation, a lot of motivation, a lot of good tactics, and a lot more stuff. So thanks all of you for all that you do for us. All right, so we are glad to be back. Let's go. Really excited about it. This segment right here that I'm going to spend about 3 minutes on is very important to us, especially to myself. So I made a quick video today on the way home from a 4-day hospital experience that kind of was the climax of a 12-day run. We were talking about it in previous videos where Wayne Chia had a bomb song, throw out, you know. So it's really been an ongoing deal. But during that time that I was away, I had a lot of messages saying, "Hey, where are you?" And we would message back and forth. A lot of the messaging that I was doing with you, and a lot of the well wishes that I received while I was there, while I was alone. I mean, it was tough enough without her and the kids for 4 days, and having been laid on the couch for like 12 days in total. So being out of commission, your messages kept me positive. I mean, in a really, really, really big way. So another thank you for all those that wished me well and have stuck around and not left us after a 6-day hiatus. So
yeah, it felt longer than that.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was pretty cool, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
All right, so again, that was one of the hardest things I've personally dealt with, and again, it was nice to when the lights were out and IVs are dripping and pain pending to pick up the phone and to still be able to keep up to a degree.
Yeah, I don't even know how you're still talking. You're pumped up. That's good for you.
Yeah. So, I mean, hey, I laid up for 4 days. Didn't do anything. Didn't move.
I moved a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I was like this for 4 days. Like, IV, had the leg up like this. And I had to sleep. I had to figure out to eat. Had to hop to... It was a nightmare. And now I'm here?
You're still hopping.
Come on. Shoot. I'm ready. Except I can't walk. All right, so... For me, it was very motivational, positive. I've already mentioned that. All right, so here we go. We're gonna jump right into viewer comments as we always do. These are going to span back, I think,
6 days.
6 days.
Yeah, there's a lot that happened obviously between Rogers Cup and the Cincinnati. A lot.
Yeah, and
we got to see a lot of people lose, and some people we didn't expect to, withdraw. A lot of surprises. Yeah, good matches.
Yeah, the last match that I cognitively really remember watching up until the first set ended was when Rafa won the Montreal Masters. I remember I was laid up on the couch and my feet were in the air.
Sorry for you Djokovic fans, but that was great to see.
Man, I tell you what, Rafa looked good in that match.
Man,
I mean, he looked dominant.
Yeah.
I mean, wow, he was hitting cannons from like left field. I mean, just but just blistering balls. He looked
Can't
good.
say the same for Djokovic. He looks pretty rusty lately, but it could be just something maybe he's not giving it 100%. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that as well. But Rafa, going back 6 days, where we're gonna start these comments, he looked really dominant. I mean, he was almost nearly perfect, almost a perfect day at the office, right?
Weren't you impressed with Tsitsipas though?
Yeah,
for his age, turning 20 that day, and his maturity. I mean, yeah, he banged his head, but I mean, he looks promising. I think I'm gonna put him ahead of Shapovalov now.
Yeah, see.
After that performance and watching him, the way he plays, the way he thinks out there. I mean, he's got a better mind than Severbev and a whole bunch of other youngsters.
Yeah, I totally agree. Tsitsipas, I think, is a force to be reckoned with. I say maybe top 7 one day.
He'll be there closer than I think most of the guys. I mean, he reminds me of Borg in a way. He's got a classic, look to him. The way he speaks in interviews are so good.
Yeah.
He's very humble. And he gives credit where credit's due.
It gave a great interview. They interviewed him. I remember seeing the interview, and they were asking him something along the lines of, how did you play today? And he was like, something, and I may have this quote wrong, but something along the lines of, man, I think I played fine, but he's just that good.
He's a beast.
He's a beast. So moral of the story is, great young man, promising for sure, and Tsitsipas or Tsitsipas.
Good to see that there is a future in tennis. You know?
Yeah.
Can't say much for Severbev lately, but Tsitsipas is definitely one of your top 3.
Yeah.
As far as the youngsters.
Oh, and again, I don't know where this young kid Felix Auger-Aliassime, I don't know where he's been.
He's still far away.
I think
he's still far from.
Probably didn't get into the tournament.
He's still far from that.
Yeah. But I think
he's 17.
Yeah,
18 now.
Felix in 2 years, he's got a shot, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tsitsipas, I'm gonna put head of the class right now for the really young ones.
Yeah, me too.
And maybe the youngers of Everev too.
No, Severbev. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
The comments first.
All right, so we may be a little rusty. I was rusty on the introduction. I felt like I was trying to rush it. So I've kind of eased into the groove again. So I guess it's kind of like riding a bike. So I'm gonna get back on the bike. And I'm going to start riding. You ready? Mm-hmm. Comment number 1. Carlo's going to read them. By the way, there's a lot of comments. A lot of them. And they span 6 days. So she has the computer out. She's going to read through each comment. If they're long, she'll read some nuggets. And then we're going to just briefly discuss each one. Because we have a lot of matches to review as well. And I'm sure some topics will come up.
Well, Rajesh started 6 days ago saying, Justin, I can do that.
Go ahead.
Saying, I'm not worried about Novak's loss. He himself said he couldn't read the other guy's serve, but a loss will make him work harder. And also, good luck for his doubles match with Ensign. Go Novak. Cincinnati is our next stop. And yes, he will win the U.S. Open, but I also wish he wins the Cincinnati. That would make him the only player to win all of the ATP, Masters.
Yep.
With Novak losing, I think I said this before, it doesn't matter if he lost. He lost to Tsitsipas, and he gave credit where credit's due, right?
Indeed.
I mean, no, for you, even if Rafa would have lost, it's not a big deal for these guys. I mean, 3 out of 5 set is a completely different tale, in my opinion. And maybe it was good that he played doubles. I didn't think it was at first. He still looks rusty, though, in Cincinnati. People have taken, Manarino took a set from him, and now Dimitrov, who hasn't been doing good, took a set from him, too.
And that was today, right?
Just today, and they haven't finished that match yet.
So what we'll do is, since this goes back 6 days, he didn't even know about the match today. So We'll try to keep it in context of when the question came in. I know it's hard to do that.
That's true, yes.
So Djokovic, again, lost to
Tsitsipas, which is not a big deal. It really isn't, because he wasn't playing 100% either.
Yeah, fast forward, don't forget, he just won Wimbledon. I'm sure there's 100% effort, sure, but I don't think he's too upset that he just lost to Tsitsipas, who made the final.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think it hurts him at all.
No, it does not hurt him. I agree with Rajesh completely.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if Dimitrov were to beat him. I still
no, it doesn't matter. It does not matter who beats him. I think for the top 3 guys, or even the top 10 in the world, what counts is what you do in Grand Slam tournaments.
Exactly. I think he's safe, but I must say, I mean, if I'm a betting man, I'm not. But the performance I saw from Nadal through the tournament in Montreal, you know what I mean, or Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, he was fresh. He was definitely fresh.
Wow. All right, so I'm interested to see how Federer's going to come out of the U.S. Open. Again, I love to see Federer, but if Federer were to meet a Nadal like we saw in Toronto, I think Nadal would like win in 4 sets.
I think so too. Well, I'm gonna go to the next.
All right, next comment. Yep.
Wainam Chia.
So Wainam.
He said, "Just saw Rafa's draw Cincy. It can't get any worse if it plays out according to form." And then he says,
Rafa's draw.
Yeah, but as we know, Rafa ended up withdrawing from Cincinnati.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He withdrew from Cincinnati, which was smart. Handpicked Cilic over Nadal before match because Cilic was in red hot form. Cilic just overpowered Rafa in the first set. Rafa, as usual, finds a way. That's right. With Rafa, you could be up 2 sets, 5-2, and Rafa always finds a way to come back. It just shows the type of competitor that he is. And Cilic, I don't think he's mentally strong enough to finish it. He's not that type of guy who can finish it. He let him go. He definitely let him go.
You just mentioned Cilic.
Yeah.
Cilic is a soldier.
But
man.
for some reason, when
Cilic is a soldier.
He's a soldier, but when he plays, for some reason, when he plays Rafa, Federer, or Novak,
I think it's a confidence issue.
he has problems with them. He
Confidence.
can't finish it. He has to finish it if he wants to be, if he wants to win another Grand Slam.
Hey, Cilic is a bad dude.
He had Rafa on that first set. I mean, he made Rafa look bad, and I don't know what happened. I mean, it just flipped completely.
It's like you're so close, but you're so far away, or you just can't quite close the door. Cilic though is a beast. Cilic is always someone.
He looked like in the first set. I was like, wow.
I
was impressed with him, but
play.
then it just happened again. Let Rafa go.
Yeah.
Not good for his confidence going into the U.S. Open. He needed that win.
Yeah.
He's the type of player. He's not like the top 3. He needs those wins.
I agree. It's like Cilic. He needs to catch a wave and keep riding that wave. Like he's like he rides and then he falls, and sometimes when he falls for a while. But look, the player that I've seen from Cilic in the past year, big ups. I mean, he's been playing ball.
He's been playing, but unfortunately, those guys are still there. So
well, yeah, and that goes back to the same old. Is there ever going to be a new set of dudes until those 3 guys leave? And that's
no, those dudes the 3 guys have to leave. In order for those
they
guys
got to leave. But
they have to retire.
But Cilic has better potential than Dimitrov.
But Cilic's up there in age too. I mean,
look, Cilic is a beast. I think
he's a beast, but he's up there in age too. I mean, he's close to that age group of. I think he's in his late. Maybe he's 30, 31 already.
I think he's like Djokovic's age.
Or then 30, 31.
Yeah, I think somewhere in there.
32.
Right,
yeah.
So great comment there.
Next one is Hisham. As always, you're exquisite and generous. Tsitsipas is on fire. He said he's living the dream. What do you think about this guy and his rivalry with Severbev?
Will you check the camera real quick?
Sure.
Was that the end of the question?
No, I didn't finish it.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was the end of the question. My bad. You good? What was the time? Did you see it? So it only goes to 33 minutes.
We're at 13 minutes.
Okay, cool.
So we're good.
So we got like 20 minutes.
So he says, what do you think about this guy and his rivalry with Severbev? Djokovic disappointed me slightly, but made good vibes in doubles, and I predict Nadal for a win. Tsitsipas is on fire. I wish he wouldn't have played Cincinnati. He didn't need to play that tournament. He played that finals. He should have done what Nadal did.
So you think he's a wave rider too at this young?
No, I think he was excited that he got to the finals, and he probably thought, well, I'm gonna do well at Cincinnati, but he doesn't have.
Who took him out while I was in the hospital? In the second round? Oh, was it? No, it wasn't Robin Haase, was it?
No, it was not Haas. I can tell you right now, because actually we're going to look up scores this way today. I think he lost in the first round.
See, I this is when I was in the hospital. So
Tsitsipas got beat by, let's see, I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry, a dog came in. But Tsitsipas, I'm not sure who he got beat by. While she's looking that up, I'll go ahead and chime in.
He got beat by Goffin, which is surprising.
Oh.
In straight sets, and I think what happened there is he was tired. he had long matches at the Rogers Cup. I mean, he beat Djokovic. He beat who else did he beat? I'm not going to
Where?
He beat Sevrev in the Rogers Cup. He had long
He beat
matches.
4 top 10 players.
He beat 4 top 10 players.
Mm-hmm.
So he beat Djokovic, he beat Sevrev, and there was somebody else that he beat.
He might have beaten Cilic in there. I don't
No,
recall.
I don't think it was Cilic. No, I don't.
I mean, we just watched it. I know we talked about it, and I don't think my brain is functioning to that level tonight.
But he was too tired. His body was too tired. He should have rested, taken off that week, and then go into the U.S. Open. He made a mistake by even playing Cincinnati, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, well, look, his question for me was, we're talking about him riding the dream.
He's riding the dream.
And he is riding the dream. I think you are correct here, 100% correct. I'm not debating that. Because for me, when you're young, and I've been there, not to that level, obviously, but been in tournaments at that level, and when you're confident, you're confident, and when you're not, you're not.
He beat Anderson. I just remembered.
Yes, there you go. That was deep. I couldn't come up with that. Yeah, I'm zombified, but nonetheless, yes, he is living the dream though.
He is.
Just turned 20, and he's on tour and very good. I mean, riding the dream.
He's got. I heard. There's a comment here from one of the viewers about there's no variety in tennis. Some of the players don't. Well, he has the variety.
Yeah.
He can serve and volley. He can come to the net and at the point. He knows how to hit angles. He knows how to lob you. He knows when to take off the pace. He knows when to go for the shot.
Got a nice serve.
So he's a different type of player amongst Sevrev, who's just a baseliner, in my opinion, can't volley. Someone needs to teach him how to volley. Shapovalov is still a little erratic. Tiafoe needs.
He just has a big forehand.
Ugly, full Western forehand. With a big loop.
Yeah, big loopy thing.
I mean, let's not talk about the other Americans because it's not even worth talking about them. Kachanov, ugly forehand.
But Kachanov's a beast.
But an ugly forehand.
He's
Whoever
a beast.
taught him that forehand, like who? You know who reminds me of? Gulbis forehand.
Close, yes.
Very close. Just awful. Why would you teach a youngster
Hey,
that?
but wait a minute. Kachanov will be better than Gulbis ever was.
Oh yeah, because he's bigger.
Now,
and stronger. He's bigger and stronger, but he
Gulbis
needs
was a good player though.
He was a good player, but Kachanov, from what I saw, he needs to learn when not to hit hard.
Wait a minute, didn't Gulbis just make like a quarter at Wimbledon?
Yeah, but
Was it a semi?
I think it was a quarter.
Gulbis
But going back to what Hisham said about Sevrev, their rivalry, there'll be many more matches. I mean, he got Sevrev in this one. So.
I've seen the younger Zverev. I've seen him plateau a bit. If not, it kind of go up the incline, plateau off, and then it seems like there's maybe even a little regression going on.
He lost early.
A little
lost
regression.
early.
He lost to Robin Haase, didn't he?
He lost early. Yeah, that was a shocker.
So that was today.
Not today. Yesterday.
Yesterday. All right, next comment. Great comment. Yes, he's riding the
And he
dream,
predicts
for sure.
Nadal as a win. So yes.
Yeah, Nadal, based upon the performance at the Rogers Cup, would now be the heavy favorite. Not heavy favorite, but let's say the 2-1 or 3-1 to win the U.S. Open, based upon that performance.
Yes.
All right, next comment.
Was Salvador Allende, or Allende, because it's 2 L's in Spanish, it would be Allende. So instead of talking, we want to see you guys on the court on video. I think you sent him we have a playlist where it says Carla and Justin playing. I think there's like 7 videos of us playing. I'm not sure if you got a chance to see it.
Oh, so he wanted to see videos of us playing.
Yes.
So
and mind you, those videos, when I was hitting the ball, I was like overweight, maybe 20 pounds. So whatever you saw, and I hate not to be humble, but I'm much better than that.
There you go. I like it.
I'm much faster than that. I was a little overweight there, and
I like that. So that, yes, someone asked for yet another video of us hitting, and there is a playlist. And
there is a playlist that says Carla and Justin.
And yes, the videos are subpar number 1. We were just starting. We just started messing around with the camera on the tennis court. So please excuse the rudimentary videos, but nonetheless, they are there. When I get healthy, we are most definitely going to do a better one. I'll have my oldest son film it. He can film, and we'll do that once I get healthy as kind of a graduation from the bandage wound. You know what I mean?
But you're going to take your time doing that.
Yeah, I'll be. So I'll plan on in about 6 weeks, if not sooner, 4 to 6 weeks, that we will go out I will get my oldest son, Jonathan, our 16-year-old, to come out there with us. We won't bring the other kids, or we'll have to, but we'll have to bring the little one. And then we'll get Jonathan to move slow and like kind of go 360 around the court while Carla and I whack some balls. Or play some points. Maybe we'll play one service game, her serving, and me one service game, me serving. Maybe we'll do that. How about that? And then Jonathan can like get behind me when I serve, and then he can get behind you when you serve, something like that, and they just kind of shift around and kind of transition.
Sure.
So tell us what you think. Maybe we'll do that so we can put one current out there. But if you wish to see us hit, and again, she was heavy. She still was kind of fresh out of the baby, the little guy. So she hadn't quite lost it completely, and she's where she needs to be. I think she wants to get a little bit more solid currently. So I respect that. She works hard, and again, I don't blame her for saying that. But I think she looks great.
Thank you.
All right. So next comment.
Hisham again. I think tennis is more popular in Europe. In USA, there's only one major tournament organized, but Europe has Wimbledon, Roland Garros, and the ATP finals. So they have clay, grass, and hard courts. And for a tennis player, this variety is important. Very true, Hisham. I mean, there is more tennis going on in Europe than in the United States. We basically have hard courts here, the US Open, and we have the gray clay, which many Americans do not like playing on. I don't enjoy playing on that clay at all. I think that's why the sport is a lot more popular, because they have a lot more surfaces to play on. You know, I see a lot of these videos where juniors are playing on grass, red clay, indoors, carpet, hard court.
Yeah. For me, I have like, you know how we had dinosaurs in one era of the earth, and then we had like, there was different eras, like the Mesozoic and the, you know what I'm saying? And I forget the eras. I can't remember the eras, but there were certain eras in which the dinosaurs lived, and when there was volcanic activity on the earth, and so forth, in terms of being covered. I can answer this question in kind of a paradigm. I think that the sport originated in the European area, right? So I think traditionally the sport is more inherent to Europe, number one. Thus, number one, making it more popular for that reason.
Right.
Shifting forward to now, to today, because everyone can communicate relatively quickly, I don't think it is because it's more traditional there these days. This goes back to a video we've done before where we discuss the Western society and its addictions to, and I'm not going to get back into this, but I was listening to the tennis channel while I was in the hospital just briefly, and a couple of the commentators were even talking about it. We had talked about this weeks ago, if not months ago, and they were talking about it today, whether Western tennis in the U.S. is flailing because of so many people athletes tied to, you know, their self-life. You know what I mean? I think didn't Serena Williams' coach today? I mean, I think he overstepped his boundaries, and I won't get into this, but advised her that she'd probably play better if she stopped breastfeeding. I think that was not a good thing to say at all, because she breastfed for all 5 kids.
I would have fired him.
Yeah. I think that was a really bad comment.
That's too personal.
Yeah, crossed the line on that one. However, the definitely crossed the line on that one. But it is true in a sense of what you have to put tennis number one. Or you're not going to get to number one.
But he's telling that to the wrong person.
Yeah,
because she already proved herself. It's not like she needs to win another Grand Slam.
Yeah. So
he just wants to keep a job.
Yeah.
Because he has no other students that I don't think he's a great coach. I think Serena's great. Any coach you put there, you know, they will share the glory with her.
And let's be real. Breastfeeding or not breastfeeding, she's still way out of shape. She's not going to be able to keep up. I mean, she can shock the world, but I doubt it.
I watched her Kvitova match. No, she needs to end the points like super quick, because once she gets into that rally, a lot of weight up here, a lot of weight in the legs. No.
So I think, and I love this comment. I mean, he's right. There are 2 majors in Europe. There's one here. There are a lot of Masters 1000s. We can't forget about Indian Wells. We can't forget about Miami. We can't forget about Cincinnati. I don't really care about the Atlantas and the Rhode Islands, and there's one in Virginia somewhere, I think. You know, there's some small nick and crannies in there.
But I think probably
there's one in Connecticut.
I think tennis is more available in European countries. The rich and the poor can play it.
Yeah.
Whereas here in the U.S., you better have some money. Some type of money.
Yeah, and I know for a fact there's more tennis fans in Europe, like hardcore tennis fans, because in my lifetime, I mean, I've met so many people from all around the world, beautiful people here, there, no matter where. But when I meet people that are European that are tennis fans, they know the names, the styles, if they hit a one-hander or a two-hander, what their tactics are, and understand it. And even if they don't play, what's the time at?
25.
Okay, so we'll like 2 more comments and we'll cut it to part 2. So, but when I meet, let's say, someone in the U.S. that may be a good player or a solid player, I don't get the same type of jargon when we're talking tennis. Sometimes, but not as much. I mean, if I go and I'm talking to this gentleman about, he might have heard of, say, Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, but doesn't know like anybody else, or may have heard of them but doesn't know their games. The typical European fan, when I talk with them, whether it's here or elsewhere, even if they don't play, they're like, yeah, I know who.
They know the people from the past.
I know who Robin
now.
Haase is. I know who. I know who. A young Baghdadis is. I know who Marlos Rios is. I know who Lendl is. I know who, Rod Laver is. But so it's. I think the fans are stronger in Europe, but I think that there are pockets of fans that way here. But I think it's on a statistical whole. I think there's more tennis fans in Europe per person, like pound for pound.
Yeah.
Okay. I think if you took a population of 10,000 people out of the United States randomly and took the same population out of 10,000 out of Europe, pulled a sample of 10 out, I would say you'd have more tennis fans within your 10 in Europe than your 10 in the
Well,
US.
I can tell you from when we play on the tennis courts and you have visitors that are using the tennis courts, I hear a lot of the English accent, different accents. So I know they're not from the U.S., and they're playing tennis where you don't see the Americans using the tennis court.
Who wrote that comment?
That was Hisham.
Misham. Look, I didn't even think deep enough because my brain's kind of cloudy. I forgot to even think about commenting today, so I got it back in my head. That's up for it. That was talk burning. That got my mind going. Let's go! Come on! Let's go! Up for comment today. Ring it.
Okay.
Here we go. Next comment.
Verzi09. Thanks for responding to the comment. Think dragging feet on the serve is up to preference, just as short, long backswing or open, closed stance. Yeah, I totally agree with him. Some people like hitting open stance. Some like closed. I do both. I think the serve, dragging your foot, is a preference. How comfortable you are, Same thing with the short and long swing. I see professionals bringing that racket all the way back. Some just from here to there, which I do. I don't like bringing my racket all the way back. Waste of time, in my opinion.
Mine's kind of in the middle. I don't bring mine way up here.
You bring it back a lot.
I bring it right to about here.
You bring
it
back
about here.
You bring it back a lot.
I don't bring it up here.
You've got the American style, where it comes all the way back and come around. The European style is here. That's it.
I would say in the middle. I don't bring
Sometimes.
it back.
When I know when he's going to miss his shot, when that racket's coming all the way back, I'm like,
Kind of Del Potro it.
I don't know how Del Potro does that. Maybe because he has an Eastern grip?
He does hit with an Eastern, doesn't he?
Maybe he has to come around.
With that Eastern, you got to kind of come around.
Yeah, I think if you have a semi-Western, full Western, you don't really have to do that.
I hit with a semi-Western.
Yeah, I hit with semi-Western
you're
to a full Western.
To a full Western, almost.
I can shift, yeah.
All right, so check the time real quick, if you don't mind, because we got to cut it. Again, we can only run 33 minutes on each video, and I can't get up to check.
28.
Plus, it's fun watching her get up,
28.
She's such a pretty girl.
Thank you. 28, and we got one more from Ferzu. I guess we could do one more from Ferzu.
Did I even comment on that?
About dragging your feet on the
Oh,
surface.
yeah.
Preference. He says that basically it's up to preference.
Yes. So I didn't cut you off. Did you comment on that?
I already did.
All right. So sorry. So the last show we did before I went to have this leg worked on, we did a 3-part show, our first 3-part show ever. The entire second part. So
I think he mentions that too before you get to that. He says something about that.
Yeah, so part 2 of the last 3-part series, Ferzi09, great attention here because obviously that means he watched all 3 parts. So thank you, Ferzi09. Big time stuff.
I'm not used to sitting like that.
Good stuff. Appreciate that, Ferzi09. But yeah, we did a whole show on just his topics. And it was really fun to do. We spent 30 minutes on it. No, I think Wayne Chia was the topic guy, wasn't it?
No, it was Ferzi.
It was a Ferzi?
Yes.
All right, so no, yeah, he had the bomb. So yeah, I mean, I don't coach the foot drag. I think it adds an extra dynamic to falling forward or.
But he says it's a preference.
But yeah, it's a preference. I just don't coach it. She does it and serves fine. I think it's a preference, and that's about it. So if you want to see the whole debate on that, check out the part 2 of a 3-part show, which is just before these.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna say the last comment from Thursday, and then I guess we can start part 2.
Yeah.
Laugh out loud. Sorry to get you 3-part videos. Maybe 12 and under technique does not translate to regular tennis, but touch tennis definitely does. Some lower ranked players play touch tennis tournaments. He put a YouTube video which I will be honest did not have a chance to watch with everything that was going on. I don't know what touch tennis is.
Can you hit play now? And I'll comment while you hit play. So what my thing with this is I'm not when you were indicating touch tennis, I thought you were referring to the USTA style 12 and under tennis or 10 and under tennis, where they're using foamy balls, red first, then or actually foam, then red, then orange, then green dot, or then the green stripe, then the green dot, and
so
then.
What I'm seeing here is that the court is
that's
smaller.
touch tennis.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's different. That is completely different from
Let's go.
From the 12 and under, where they take a full size court and they make it small. I think that's great.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think that's like playing ping pong, right? Except it's bigger.
Awesome. All right, that's up for video of the day and comment today. So that's big things.
I actually think that's a good thing.
I have never seen this.
No, I didn't know that there was touch tennis.
They have good strokes.
That makes you more consistent, I would think.
Oh, I like this.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we got some comments going. Let's go.
Now, touch tennis must be famous. It must be famous in Europe because I haven't seen that in the U.S.
Dude, that court's beautiful, number one. Their games are beautiful.
We're at 31.
Okay, we got to roll. So real quick on this one, his touch tennis video was awesome. Check it out.
And they use smaller rackets.
Go back to the deal. But the touch tennis comment was absolutely awesome. I don't understand. Was he saying muscling the ball?
He didn't.
Or is that later?
That's later. He didn't say
Okay,
that.
so the touch tennis, I thought you were referring to 10 and under tennis, and I thought I was fixing to tell you to clarify the difference. Now I know the difference. So that takes care. We have to stop here. We're going to stop here and go into part 2. As always, click a like below, subscribe below, share the video, and subscribe to our channel. It always helps. We're going to go to part 2 because we're going to run out of time. It's going to ruin the whole video. So hit stop, and then we'll be done with this one. And then we'll start on part 2 directly after this, and we'll finish off with first 09 and run through. All right, see you guys.